Hey, here's a video about how to clean an Ernie ball, Music Man, or Cutlass style guitar neck. And this is my Emerald Green 2013 Albert Lee double humbucker model. And you can see this beautiful bird's eye maple neck. It's a bit dry, and I wanted to bring it back to that kind of factory, buttery, smooth feel that Ernie balls are very well known for. True Oil, Birchwood Casey's product, the gunstock wax is what's needed in this case. Some Murphy's oil soap as well. This is the concentrated form, and I'm going to mix it with some lukewarm water, as I'm doing right now. And a little bit goes a long way, so just a tiny bit. You can get the spray, like pre-mixed version of this, but we have hardwood floors, and this goes a long way. So I just mix it in. And what I'm going to show here is just, I'm going to use a paper towel so you can see just the tiny bit of dirt that's coming up off the back of the fret, back of the neck rather. I wipe the guitars down when I play them, and try to keep my guitars in proper condition. With about a minute of just going over it lightly, you can see a discoloration in the paper towel there. Of course, do the top, do the bottom. Now it's important to let this dry. Use a paper towel, wipe it off, let it dry. Just showing a couple different types of polish paper, different grits. The Ernie Ball Music Man website says you can start with 600 grit. I think that's a bit too aggressive in my opinion. I bought this pack of a variety of grits on Amazon, not for much. This is a wet dry sandpaper. I'm just going to use it in the dry form here, just pulling out some grits here. This is a 3000 obviously, and I'll pull out a 1200 that I'll start with. And you don't need much, obviously, and just like the weight of your hand with the sandpaper, you're not trying to change the shape of the neck, right? So just rip off a very small piece and go back and forth until you feel that you have taken off any little bumps or nicks in the neck. I'm not pressing hard at all. Again, it's like the weight of your hand just lightly going off the back of the neck. Now, the interesting thing about Ernie Ball Music Man guitars is they do have the True Oil finish with the headstock. I don't know if you can see that line where my hand is almost reaching. Now, you don't want to sand up through that. And you can see I'm taking off just a little bit of material. It's important to clean your paper, and when you're happy with that first grit, move to a higher, less coarse grit, and wipe your neck down between the two. This feeling, and notice there's a little bit of a rough spot there by the heel, so hit it again with some paper, smooth it out. Doesn't take much. I think this whole process from start to finish, I've edited out quite a bit, but the whole process only took maybe 20 to 30 minutes maximum, and that's with getting all the stuff out on the workbench and clean up as well. Moving on to some of the polish paper. I love this stuff for working with the frets, and not sure what grit I'm using here. That light blue, if you look back at the start, maybe like 2000, 3000. And again, you just need a tiny little bit of paper. Same process. Oh, let's see if I line it up here. and it's cut off with the camera. Yeah. And same idea. You can be a little bit more aggressive here. The polished paper does not cut into the neck like a coarse sandpaper. But being careful not to go above a certain location where that true oil line is located. I mean, you could tape it off and put some true oil back on. Moving up in grit again, I really wanted this to feel that buttery smooth factory finish type feel. This stuff's cheap. Just buy it, use it, put it on on the side of your frets, top of your frets, polish them up, good as new. Now this process works for natural wood necks, right? So I have the bird's eye maple. You could use it on the roasted maple, the all rosewood neck, back of the neck. Obviously, if you have a different guitar with a hard lacquer coat on the back, I mean, you could use this process, but the results are not going to be the same. A lot of people sand those, the back of the necks of a heavy lacquered finish right down to the bare wood. If you're into that, I mean, it's going to change the look of your guitar. But you could always do this process to get that feel if you're not too concerned about the way it looks. Just showing there on the end of the polished paper that it was cleaning up even part of the frets there, and probably brushing against some of the strings as well that are dirty. I think there's a shot of the polished paper here just to show you some of the dirt that was coming off the ends of the frets. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so true oil, you don't want to use that in this location. I'm just showing where the true oil, the difference in that line where the true oil has been applied. True oil dries hard, and the wax is just that. It's a wax, and there's a certain feel to it, and that feel is what we're going for, that buttery smooth feel. I just put a bit on a end of a razor blade so you could just see how much I use. Not much at all. And watch how it goes on so nicely. Again, top of the fretboard. Not plain surface, but where you can see the dot markers, fret markers. And you can be a little, not as precise with this. If it goes onto the body of the guitar, you just wipe it right off. It's a wax. So I recently did a rosewood neck, and it really put some nourishment, I guess is the word, back into the neck, and just really brought it back to life. Actually preparing this guitar for sale, so I like to get all of my guitars in perfect condition for sale. Kind of hope this one doesn't actually sell. The emerald green sparkles is rare, but it's not getting as much playing time. And there you can see the finished product. Compare that to the first few images, night and day. Super smooth. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps. Okay, bye.